like Heath Ledger. People forget when Heath Ledger got cast as the Joker, people were like, I don't want Heath Ledger as the Joker because he's coming off Brokeback Mountain, which is a very good movie.
Yeah.
But, that was like 2004 or 2006.
Yeah, people were less accepting.
A less accepting culture we were living in. And so people are like, I don't want the guy who's just in Brokeback Mountain to be the Joker.
Yeah, I don't want the gay cowboy to be Joker. That's horrible.
But people don't realize that these are just actors.
Yeah.
And Heath Ledger, incredible actor.
Yeah.
And Brokeback Mountain's a great movie.
Yeah.
And so as soon as people saw the images of the Joker, and you got like the teaser of
you heard
like,
his voice,
and like I think they released just a teaser of just his
audio,
his voice,
and
his laugh and how creepy he was. And then you got the first trailer, and people were like, "Oh my god, I love Heath Ledger as the Joker. It's gonna be amazing." And now it's everyone's favorite rendition of the Joker, or like one of their favorite performances ever.
Yeah, Heath Ledger, he crafted such an incredible character. He actually lived alone in a hotel room for 6 weeks, and he kept a diary as the Joker in preparation for this role. And also, I think there was a false reporting by the media after his death, where the media took this ridiculous story saying that acting as the Joker caused him to form mental instability and caused him to die.
A lot of people believe that.
And so many people believed it, but like people don't understand. There are so many accounts of people on set, and Christian Bale even said Heath Ledger had so much fun every single day, and he enjoyed it immensely.
Yeah, Heath Ledger's death was a tragedy.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with him being Joker.
Yeah.
Yes, he went into immense depth on the character.
Yeah.
And he probably had to, have some disturbing moments with himself to play that character.
Yeah.
But he was done filming.
Yeah.
He was working on another movie.
Oh, yeah.
He died months and months after he wrapped on the film.
Yeah.
So he was past the Joker.
Yeah.
Joker was not even on his mind anymore
100%.
besides he had finished. And so Heath Ledger, his death was a tragedy where he has multiple doctors, and he was taking multiple prescription medications. And obviously, when you have multiple doctors and they're not communicating with each other what you're taking, he had an accidental mix overdose of medications. Yeah. So that's how Heath Ledger died. He didn't go crazy from playing the Joker. Yeah. Again, Heath Ledger was already working on other projects, and he was filming another movie. So it was nothing to do with him playing Joker.
100%. Common misconception, and hopefully over time, a lot of people who believe that still eventually maybe change their minds. But we'll see.
That goddamn mainstream media.
Jesus.
They just need a story.
But he was so terrifying in this role, and he was actually in the first scene he acted in with Michael Caine is when he disrupts the party at the penthouse. And in order to film the scene, they didn't allow Michael Caine to see him in makeup beforehand. They wanted a real reaction from Michael Caine of seeing him, because what happens is when Joker enters the dinner party, Alfred's right there. He's the first person he sees. And what happens is when the scene plays out, Michael Caine goes up to the elevator door and it opens, and he was so terrified by Heath Ledger that he completely forgot his lines and he froze.
I would too,
And
man.
Michael Caine is a professional actor of 60 years.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I don't blame him, because the image of Joker in this movie is terrifying.
Yeah, it's great.
The wardrobe, we talked about in the other podcast, but in terms of like having the look and aesthetic of realistic Joker, what would it really look like, this war paint? Like, what would it look like if someone was really putting face paint on themselves
Have it on
to
their
go
hands,
to battle
it gets
and
dirty.
go commit crimes? Yeah, it's grimy.
By the time he's in the prison, he's just it's fading and he's sweating. And that he has this tick where he's constantly licking his lips. Heath Ledger actually started doing it in between takes because the prosthetics were starting to fall off the glue. So he would like lick his lips to keep the glue moist. And then he decided, oh, that's actually a cool character trait. So he put it into the performance of the movie. So that's why he's always licking his lips like that.
Yeah, and the Joker ends up becoming a contradiction of himself, because he's so hell-bent on not destroying society, but showing society what it's really like and what it has done to the city, and what Gotham is like and what people are like, and how people are inherently bad, and how people in Gotham are inherently evil and selfish, when really at the final climax, when he has the people in the two ships and he has the competition where one of them has to blow the other ship up, and no one decides to do it, and the people decide to not blow each other up, either one up, and end up taking the fate of each other blowing up. Yeah. And so he miscalculates what the good in people.
It's the first time a plan of his fails.
So he completely contradicts his entire actions,
because he doesn't understand people.
He doesn't understand empathy. He doesn't understand love, and he doesn't understand humanity.